It looks like my directions got split between 2 pages, so I apologize for that, but we're just going to be finding x for these next few problems. And so we have to figure out what ratio you're using. So are we using sine, which is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine, which is adjacent because it's SOHCA TOA, or tangent, which is opposite over adjacent. And that H kind of looks like an A, so I'm going to change that so it looks like an H. So what you do is you look at the angle that's given to us. So we've got 31 degrees right here. And then you figure out what we have. So we do not have the hypotenuse, because this would be the hypotenuse. So we don't have that, so we don't use this one. But we do have the side opposite. So this is our O, and this is our adjacent. So the hypotenuse was not given it to us, but our opposite and our adjacent side were. That means we're going to use tangent. So tangent of 31 degrees is going to equal, and we'll do our 24, our opposite, over our x. Now there's a quick trick if the x is on the bottom. What I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by x, and we get x tangent of 31 equals 24, and then you divide both sides by tangent of 31. So x would be 24 over tangent of 31. So I didn't show the quick trick right away, but the quick trick is if x is on the bottom, you're just going to swap these two positions. So the tangent goes on bottom, the x goes on the other side. Then you just type it into your calculator. Just make sure your calculator has degrees as the thing at the top. So it should have a DEG at the top or the bottom. And then you'll just do 24 and then type divided by tangent 31 and close off the parentheses. So it'll be in parentheses in your calculator. And we get 39.9 approximately, since we're doing hundredths. Okay, let's go to our next one. So once again, we have to figure out which relationship we're using, sine, cosine, or tangent. We're basing it off of this angle, 40 degrees. So we have the opposite side and the hypotenuse. So that means we're going to be using sine. So we'll do sine of 40 degrees is equal to our opposite over our hypotenuse. So using that quick trick I just showed you, if the x is on the bottom, you just swap them. So it'll be x equals 20 over sine of 40, and then we can type that into our calculator. So 20 divided by sine of 40, and you get 31.1. Okay, let's see another one. So once again, we've got to figure out which relationship we're using. We've got 53 degrees right here, and that means x is our opposite side, and 12, because these are both legs, would be my adjacent side. So we're going to use tangent again. So we've got tangent of 53 degrees equals our opposite over adjacent. Now in the other cases, the x was on the bottom, and that's where you do the little swap. If x is on top, just multiply both sides by the 12, or whatever's on the denominator, and then that will give you x. So x is just going to be 12 times tangent of 53 degrees, and then you'll just type that into your calculator. And there should be a tan button, a sine, cosine, tangent button, just written like it says. So this is approximately 15.9. Okay, hopefully I haven't lost you. So we'll do another one. Once again, we've got to figure out which one to use. So we've got this 27 degrees, and so that means this x is our adjacent side because it's touching that angle, and the 24 is across from the hypotenuse. So this is our hypotenuse, or sorry, across from the right angle, which means it's our hypotenuse. So it's adjacent and hypotenuse, so we're going to use cosine. So cosine of 27 27 degrees equals our adjacent over hypotenuse. So the number's on the bottom, x is on top. So when x is on top, you just multiply by that bottom number on both sides. So x will be 24 times cosine of 27 degrees, and then you type it in. 21.4 is approximately our answer. Let's go to number 8. Same idea, so we got 64 degrees. This time we have the opposite side and the hypotenuse, because 13 is across from the right angle. So opposite and hypotenuse would be sine. So sine of 64 degrees is equal to x over 13. Once again, since x is on top, you multiply by the bottom number on both sides. So x equals 13 sine of 64, and we type that in. So x is approximately 11.7. Okay, last one of this section. So we got 51 degrees. So that means 10 is adjacent to that, because that's one of the legs. And x is the hypotenuse. So we have adjacent hypotenuse, so this is cosine. So cosine of 51 degrees is equal to our adjacent over our hypotenuse. And so we're going to end up swapping, since the x is on the bottom, this is the example where you swap the two. And then you type it in. So 10 divided by cosine of 51 is about 15.9.